Doesn't get much better than this. Afternoon baseball from Wrigley Field in Chicago. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Chicago Cubs. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Kyle Hendricks, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What do we need to know here, EK?
Well, guys, his whip is above league average. Been dependable, but does run into some trouble. So we'll see how he fares in this one.
Scooter Gennett makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Second baseman, Scooter Gennett.
And the first pitch of the afternoon misses for ball one, and that's how things get underway here at Wrigley. EK, one-year-old ball clubs, the Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
And they've upped that lead in the division even further. They've put some serious distance between them and the rest of the pack, so they're well on their way to playing October baseball.
Weekly hit towards first. Rizzo charging this one, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And a look now at the batting order for the visiting Milwaukee.
Keep an eye on the Hebrew Hammer, Ryan Braun. And he hasn't been missing much lately, hitting 3 home runs over the last 10 ball games. Not an eye-popping statistic, but see.
Here's the first pitch to him. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. Bryant scoops it up. Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs' alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric, what do we need to know?
Well, guys, when you talk about a position that requires arm strength, right field is one of those. This man, he has arm strength to die for. He could throw it from the wall. He could probably throw it from the darn stands. I hope he gets a chance to show it off in this one.
Ryan Braun will make his way in now as you get a look at his splits there on your screen. Into the windup and the pitch. That's yanked into the stands, strike 1. 2 out, nobody on. Ground ball sent back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Boy, you talk about a ball having eyes. First off, he's fortunate to get this one by the pitcher. It's not hit especially hard, but you'll see it get past second base where neither middle infielder can track it down. And it'll make its way into center field.
Chris Carter will get a shot here with 2 away and a runner at first now following the base hit.
That 2-out single seemed harmless enough, but anytime you extend the inning to allow this guy to get a shot with a runner on, you better be careful.
Here comes the first pitch. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike 1. You have to figure that sinker is going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
Oh, good spot. On the black for strike 2. And you figure to see that change up more and more as this day progresses.
And the first time through the lineup, you want these guys to know that you got this pitch in your arsenal. Sometimes pitchers want to.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Milwaukee leaves 1, and now it'll be the Cubs' turn in a scoreless ball game. Matt Garza gets the ball in Game 3 of the series. EK, what's the word on him?
Well, guys, he's got a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio, so he's throwing the ball pretty well. We'll see how that translates into this one.
Action in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
And he tries to hold back as they begin play here this afternoon. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, and the pitching really let them down last time. Too often their guys were falling behind and having to throw fastballs on 2-0 or 3-1. That'll catch up with you after a while.
And now time to check how Joe Madden has lined the Cubbies up in this one. Steve, what do they need to do to complete the sweep?
Just don't be stupid up there. Don't chase balls out of the zone. Move guys along when the situation calls for it. Play the game.
Jason Hayward will stand in. He, too, had 3 hits in the win last night.
Well, yesterday he just kept things rolling. You know, he's had 8 RBIs in his last 10 games. I got to take that.
Hot shot on the ground is short. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. And with that, let's take a look at the Brewers defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, Ryan Braun has always been known as one of those power hitters. But he's also got a power arm and can cover some ground in that outfield. Very reliable, plays a smart defensive outfield. Always an asset in any game.
Chris Bryant gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are 2 away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
Garza sets his sights. First pitch on the way. A bit high there. A ball and no strikes.
Well, that's a good thing that pitch was above the strike zone, because a few inches lower, and that ball's right in his wheelhouse.
That's by him for strike 1.
That's a really good 12-6 curveball there. He'll throw that on any count, even when he's behind, because he has such confidence in that pitch.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
Well, McDonald, just like most other umpires, he'll miss a couple here and there, but his strike zone never seems to be too outrageous.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Nothing in the Cubby first. On to the second now from Wrigley with no score. Aaron Hill will stand in. He comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game.
Well, when you have a rough day at the plate, it's all about letting it go. You can't dwell on it for too long.
Batting 6th, the right fielder, number 16, Domingo Santana.
Domingo Santana will stand in now, still struggling to get anything going offensively.
Well, you kind of just take his batting average with a grain of salt, because you know he's never been known as one of those good major league hitters.
Breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
Lays off that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, you know, when you're behind an account like this, it's all about changing your approach at the plate. You got to shorten up a little bit and just look to put the ball in play.
Now a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and it's 2 up, 2 down to start the second.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. You know, on the mound, he's probably thinking, Hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
Standing in now, Andrew Susak. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 1 home run and 4 RBIs. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Heading out towards shallow right. Will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. We'll go to the bottom of the second, no score. Anthony Rizzo will get his first opportunity now, and as you can see, he begins play with 35 home runs for the season. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Calling for it, Flores. 1 away.
Batting fifth, left fielder, Jorge Soler.
Jorge Soler will stand in, and as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against the southpaws than he does against right-handers. Chopped weakly to the left. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And they'll wind up with no play here as he reaches first safely.
Well, it didn't look like there was anything too special about this ground ball. It just looked like he maybe raised his head a little bit there, and that'll cost him a 1-out base runner.
Stepping in now, Christopher Negron, as he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat. It's strike one. The average sits at 286 here to start play. 1 home run and a pair of RBIs. Garza pauses. Here he comes 0-1. Drives it out to deep right center field. Santana going back on it, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. Around third and being waved on home. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
Here's Addison Russell. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. He'll enter play down at an even 240 for the year. 14 homers and 42 runs batted in. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
Right back inside with a fastball. This time, he got the call.
Second inning here as the Cubs lead this one early 1-0. In the dirt here, but fortunately here, no advance. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And he comes back with a gorgeous slider there for strike 2. High strikes, probably not on the docket for places he wants to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. You've got to keep the ball down against a team like this. If you go up every once in a while with a fastball, you'll be fine. But you're not going to last too long if you make a habit of working up there with your secondary pitches.
Ready to deliver the full count pitch. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Yeah, and there are some times where you characterize a pitch as a sweeping slider, but this one does not fall into that category. I mean, this is a nasty little break at the end. Tough to do anything with that.
Here's the catcher now, Miguel Montero, as he'll take a look at ball 1. And now you've got a base open here with the pitcher on deck. Is this a workaround situation?
I think absolutely. With 2 outs here.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The throw home. And they're not going to get him as he's in there to score.
Really, there shouldn't be any mistakes like this with a base open and the pitcher on deck. This is much too good a pitch to hit, and he takes advantage of it and drives home the run.
Into the box, Kyle Hendricks. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. 0-1, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away.